Now, looking at Moonbeams, so we need to change our approach to this, all right? It does need to be very gentle, a sort of very ripply piece of music, like Moonbeams or Moonlight, just sort of shedding light over a scene, a countryside, or whatever you want to use your imagination there. But it needs to be still, it needs to be rippling, all right? It doesn't go much above MP anywhere in the music. All right, only very little bit. So generally, the left hand especially, apart from the first note, which you can lean on just slightly because it is the first beat, but after that, it should diminuendo. So we don't want that, or whatever the notes are, sorry. We want the opposite. Okay, diminuendo. So do some left hand practice, because if you're a little bit uncertain of any of the notes or any of the sort of finger movement, then you're going to play it louder. All right, stands to reason. If you're uncertain, you're not going to be able to play it nice and smoothly, and it won't glide, it won't be fluent if you don't know it well enough. So practice it so you really know where those notes are going. So there's quite a sort of relaxed feel about it. If there's any tension, it will come out as playing too loud. All right, the right hand, okay, because there's an upbeat to the music, i.e. it doesn't start on the first beat of the bar, it's moving to the first beat again as the more important beat, but after that it should drop away or die away from that. Okay, so what we don't want is that second note or second beat emphasised in any way. It's the opposite. All right, so first beat, yes, a little, just a little bit more, but from that it should die, it should diminuendo. So with both hands, so treat it very, very gently. In bar 4, I've decided we're not going to have any staccato there at all because it just doesn't sound right. I think it's best to just change the pedal. You might want to change the marking. Change the pedal on the third beat, or that chord, but then just pedal through to the next bar where you change the pedal. So bar 4, pedal up and down on the first one, then up and down, but carry on, and then up and down. Okay, do it again. So up and down, up and down. Okay, so we're not trying to do any break in the sound, we're just keeping the music flowing gently. All right. The other places where you come a little bit unstuck is bar 3, probably 5 and 6, where the left hand has an extra note, da, da, like that's got 2 crotchets in bar 5, ba, ba, and the next one, da, da, okay? And even maybe bar 8 as well. You don't quite fit it with the right hand correctly. Quite often you put the notes together in the wrong places. So just look at those bars. And then 5 and 6. Okay, so that needs to be nice and smooth in the left hand. But I think maybe where you've got a quaver in between the 2 left hand notes might be places where you get a little bit unstuck. So make sure the hands are fitting together correctly. then I think we've decided today that you should only be practicing up to bar 12 and stopping there, all right? Because you need to get a little bit more fluent, a bit more comfortable with that first section. So only play up to there. Don't be tempted to go any further. Try starting in different places. So I'm going to start in bar 8, always with the first 3 quavers or 2 quavers and semi-quavers there. But wherever you start, always start with the upbeat, excuse me, in the right hand. Then join the left hand in. Okay, when it is MF, I would reserve that only for the right hand. Don't let the left hand get any louder. Keep the left hand the same MP or even piano, all right? Just make the right hand slightly louder if you can, okay? And then continue doing this ending. Okay, I can't remember if it's with 2 hands. Didn't do it right. That was without the pedal. I'll do it with the pedal now. Once again. Okay, so again, it needs to be very gentle at the finish there. So if it's a bit sticky in places, mine was because I haven't practiced it, you need to get it so that the hands know exactly and the fingers know where they're going. See, I'm smudging there. So I've got to realise that there's just a tone, just one note between those two. Sometimes you're spreading the fingers apart, then suddenly you get 2 notes next door to each other. So it's looking at the music really carefully. So I remember that now. I've drawn my attention to that so that I won't forget that that's what happens. That's right, it's being really self-aware of what you're doing, what you're playing, and where you go wrong, why you go wrong, so that you can then remember that each time you practice it and then eliminate the error. That's the way you would need to practice.